Hey, Facebook Live. How's everybody doing today? I can get my angles right. I feel like my angles are a little bit off. I'll work on that. How's everybody doing today on this beautiful Sunday morning? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. I hope all things are going well in your life and that you're doing well. And again, if you watch this later or you watch this live, if I don't shout you out, it just means I just can't see you. But I do appreciate you taking your time to watch this. Like the great Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. So if I don't give you a shout out, it's just I can't see you, but thank you in advance. And also, this is our daily motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing something every day until you master it. And what I want to talk about today is inspiring through action. Inspiring through action. Many times we like to inspire through our words. We are in the Instagram age, Facebook age, social media age, where we have little quips. Sorry, I lost connection. We'll work this out, I promise. That's what we can do this for, right? To get it better. So, sorry about the interruption again. Again, we inspire people through our words, but people are not inspired by words. They're inspired by who you are. And who you are is a development of the actions that you've taken. And I remind you of the story of Robert Bannister. Robert Bannister ran the mile in under 4 minutes, or in 4 minutes. And many people before that were talking about, man, I bet the human being can do it. It's going to be awesome when a human being does it. Yes, we can do it, but nobody did it. People tried, but they couldn't get past that 4 minute mark. And everyone was saying, man, I know somebody can do it, and they were inspiring. And they're like, yeah, people can do it, but nobody can do it. And it wasn't until Robert Bannister ran the mile in 4 minutes that somebody a week later did the same thing. See, it's in our consciousness when somebody else is doing something that's well above what we think we can do, and we actually see them accomplish it. That's when we're inspired to actually do it and take our lives to the next level. If people didn't see Steve Jobs, if they didn't use him as an anchor, how he lived his life from beginning to end, how he operated, if you study his biography, many entrepreneurs do, and we study him, that's why we're inspired to be entrepreneurs, because we see that somebody before us accomplished something that we want to accomplish. When we look at people like Martin Luther King, we want to be better. We look at Mother Teresa, we want to be better. We want to give more. Why? Because we saw somebody live their life in such a way that inspired our soul. Not by what they said. You can never hear a speech from Mother Teresa, but how she lived. If you heard her stories, you will feel inspired. Harriet Tubman, when you hear her story, you never heard her talk, ever. She's never said one word that you've heard. But when you hear her story of her life, you want to fight for freedom. It's the way you live your life that inspires others to do the same. So it's not what you say. Even if you have kids and you tell your kids, well, I inspire my kids. I tell my kids certain things and I inspire them to do good. They should be doing good. No, it's how you live your life is what will inspire them. Now, I was listening to Gary Vee the other day and people asked me, why are you such a hard worker? Why do you work so hard? He said, because I saw my dad did it. Simple. He said, why do you have so much self-esteem? Because I saw what my mom told me. Simple stuff. He followed something. He found a mentor, which was his father and his mother, and he just followed their trends. But if they didn't have inspiring trends, you would never heard of Gary Vee. Grant Cardone said the same thing. He said when the time he was 0 to 10 years old, he saw his father work constantly. His father used to dress up for work, get in his suits, always show up. When he was tired, always show up. That's why he's got into his mindset. I always got to show up. Because how you live your life will inspire those that are watching you. Even if I do these lives every day, there's somebody that says, man, I never really wanted to do a live, but man, since Rich is doing it daily, man, I got to get on this thing. I got to start posting more. I got to start doing more. So how I live my life is what inspires people. Not what I say. Is how I live my life on a daily basis. If I'm disciplined on a daily basis, I feel good about myself, and those watching me feel good. They say, hey, that's a model. That's somebody to follow. That's somebody to go with. If I'm ethical and I share and I'm giving, without expecting anything in return, people see that and they say, you know what, that's something I can model. But nobody can model you if you don't live your life in a certain way that's modelable. That's a real word. That you can model, that you can watch. And in your life, when you're trying to inspire others to do things, as a leader, as a speaker, as a talker, as a writer, do the things that you want to inspire people to do. That's the biggest thing, is don't be the person that says certain things that doesn't do it. If it comes out of your mouth, that should be something that you're doing already. When Eric Thomas says, man, I get up at 3 a.m., I believe him. And he doesn't even tell people to get up at 3 a.m. That's the most amazing part. When you speak, he inspires you. He doesn't say, hey, you need to get up at 3 a.m. He says, I get up at 3 a.m. And I bet you can't do what I do. That's inspiring. And somebody says, man, I can't get up at 3 a.m. That's the guy. Just for that simple, he separated himself in speaking an inch just for being that person that says, well, y'all wake up at 5, I'll wake up at 3. Now what? Now what? It's how you live your life what inspires others. We get to this place where we think, okay, if I send a nice quote, if I, talk on these lives, if I talk on YouTube, and if I talk and I inspire people through my words, it's great. But the reason why why somebody can use the same quote from Les Brown, but when Les Brown says it, it's powerful because how he lived his life. The stories of his life is what inspires people. How do you go through all of those things and you still come out smiling, laughing, and happy? That is what inspires people to follow him. Not for what he says, not the good quotes, not the good words, not even his speaking style. It's his life, how he lived it. His stories of himself was what inspires people. So only thing I ask for you this week is be that person of character that says and does the same thing. Let that be aligned. Once that aligned, it's like the universe operates in a whole new level for you. When your words and your actions align. If you say, I'm going to do this, and this is the type of person I am, and that's the type of person you emulate or emit out to the universe because that's the actions that you take, it's like the universe says, you know what, that's the guy. That's the guy. We're going to help him out. It's like the angels come around and say, that's the person we're going to help out. Because the words they say are on a vibrational level, and the actions they say are on a vibrational level. So their circumstances and situations have to vibrate at that same level. And that's how you truly create and inspire the world through your own life. So when Power of Self says we want to inspire the world, we want to do it through our own life and how we live it on a daily basis. All right, I really appreciate everyone taking your time to watch this. Either you could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel that this was a successful conversation. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye.